It's Yngwie J. Malmsteen here on your Classic Metal Show from their Eclipse release with Motherless Child, Chris. And apparently the fans feel like motherless children when we take a break.
Well, you should look. Now it's fucking echoing again. Unfucking believable. We just tested this shit.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's just echoing, feeding back to me. What the fuck?
Right now?
It stopped now, but when I first started talking, it started feeding back again.
We'll fix that.
I'm getting rid of this fucking Mac tomorrow. It's going right out the fucking window. I'm bringing the PC back. We never had any problems with the PC.
Well, that's why I bought it for you.
Well, no, not that one. The one that I've had for the last, 6 months.
Oh, okay.
The one that I've had for the last 6 months. The only reason I switched back to the Mac was because I wanted a dedicated machine.
Yeah, I get you.
You know, and the only thing on this fucking thing is fucking the show.
Right.
And the only thing that doesn't work is the fucking show.
Yeah, well, I bought those Dells for the studio here, and I bought you one.
Yeah, and I used it. The only reason I went to this is because this allegedly has so much more power.
I don't think so.
32. Yeah, it's certainly not proven out, but this fucking Mac has 32 gig of RAM.
Yeah.
How can you fucking having problems?
I don't know. Who knows? Get your shit straight over there, will you? Fucking
Mac. If it wasn't for the iPhone and the iPad, I'd never own one of their products.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. And speaking of that, I did treat myself to a birthday present, which I didn't have to open because I bought it unwrapped.
Well,
I did buy the iPhone 6S, the 128 gig?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the Chris Aiken version, and then of course you had to one up me and get the 7 with the 359,000 gig.
Yeah, well, literally you told me, well, I got this phone. I was like, well, he can't have a better phone than me. So I, of course, went right out and got the iPhone 7 Plus with the 256 gig hard drive.
Right. Yeah. So, after almost about 4.5 years of the iPhone 4, I went ahead and upgraded to the iPhone 6S. And, of course, there will probably be an iPhone 8 by the end of the month or something.
Right. So let's see. You got the 128 gig hard drive?
I did.
So I got to imagine you've had it for, 3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
I got to imagine you got, about 60, 65,000 songs on that phone by now?
Not yet, no.
Do you have 50,000 songs?
I don't have any songs on it yet.
You have 0 songs?
I haven't downloaded anything on it yet. You are in a position that most enviable for a good majority of the people. I realize that your commute to work is from your bed to the couch or to your office area.
Right.
Me, I commute just shy of an hour.
Sure.
One way. Then I'm at work for 8.5, 9 hours, and then I commute back another hour. Right. So basically 11 hours of my day are taken up, involved with work.
Sure.
So I don't have the luxury of, downloading songs and things like that through the day.
This is why you should download songs and so that you don't burn up your data.
Right, but I haven't run out of my data ever. Right. I listen to the Spotify, I listen to the YouTube, I listen to podcasts and things, and still never run out of data.
And how much data do you have?
4 gigs.
And you've never run out listening an hour and a half a day?
No, not at all.
No shit. Maybe I'm wasting my time putting all these fucking songs and podcasts on.
I have yet to run over my data plan.
Jesus, just because I know that's the whole reason I keep so much. It's one of the reasons I have the big hard drive is for, when I drive back and forth to Pittsburgh, I need to have all my stuff on it so I don't burn my data. And I have 6 gigs, I guess. And I've never gone over, but maybe I should be worrying about that.
And here all the time, I thought the reason you had a big hard drive was to impress the ladies.
Oh, yeah. Hey, baby, want to see my hard drive?
You want to check out my big hard drive?
Yeah, baby, you want to finger my phone?
All right. Well, getting back to the begging for email, did you have any other emails?
No, that's good.
All right. Well, that was it. So the Real Eddie Trunk checking in, and then your friend from overseas checking in, and Sal from the chat room checking in.
Sure.
So if you want to send us an email or whatnot, it's request@theclassicmetalshow.com.
Yeah. So send them on.
Sure, we'll be glad to read them.
Yep.
And I like it when people like the show and have things to say. Actually, I think there might be one more email I need to get to here. I'm going to check this out real quick and see what it is.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I have this one while you're looking.
Okay.
I have, hey, Chris, I heard on the podcast that you listen to some white pride bands.
White pride?
I don't know what podcast he's speaking of exactly, but okay. I was just wondering which bands you liked. Have you listened to the band Bound for Glory, Feed the Machine? It's a good CD. I think it's their best.
White pride, huh?
I was unaware that there was a such thing as white pride bands. No, actually, I'm not. I am aware of them. I'm not aware of Bound for Glory. The only band that I'm aware of is a band called Infantry.
Okay.
The only reason I'm aware of that is because one of our loyal fans sent me their entire catalog, hoping that we would play all their songs, their hits about killing black people.
And how is it that we get a reputation that would fit within what we do here?
I don't know. I guess if you don't kiss ass to the Black Lives Matter, that means that you hate black people.
Okay.
That's my guess. I don't know.
I don't know the answer either.
I'm wondering if I said as a joke the name of a white pride band, and therefore I am now the white pride guy.
Well, maybe because you know Phil.
Could be. I'm going to see Phil in 2 weeks, actually.
Nice.
Can't wait for some super joint.
Nice.
That'll be fun.
Well, we did get one more email.
All right.
Magnus Andreessen, who actually ordered a CMS shirt this week from he's from Denmark.
Okay.
Once again, I always find it interesting that these people from all these other countries who listen to us and order shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, the shirts, the CMS shirts are available. Our good friend Sammy Lee has stocked me up with shirts.
Okay.
So I've got shirts from small all the way up to 4X in stock.
Nice.
So I've been mailing out shirts. I've been doing about one a week. It's not a lot, but it's, it is what it is. And the thing is, it certainly is not a profitable thing for me because when I get a domestic order, the profit on that, if there is a profit, which there really isn't,
right,
is about $6 after the cost of the shirt and mailing it and everything. It's like about $6. But then because I don't charge international shipping, that $6 goes into the international shipping, so it's basically a break even.
Well, why don't you charge some international shipping?
You know what? I want people to have the shirt. I'm not really concerned about if I break even, I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want people to have the shirt. I don't want to charge $40 for a T-shirt that has international shipping.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I would rather take the overage here in the States and put it into the international shipping for the people who order them from like Australia or Finland or Sweden or like Magnus. He's over in Denmark.
Right.
So anyway, Magnus writes in. He says, hi, Neeley and Chris.
Hi.
It's that guy from the small-ass island in the middle of nowhere, except I live in the animal fucking country of Denmark now.
Well, so he moved off of the island that nobody had heard of.
Yeah, so he's in Denmark now.
Okay.
Anyway, I just ordered a Rex T-shirt from you guys. I figured it was time as I have been a fan for a long time. I don't remember the exact year for when I discovered you guys, but I first heard you on Stickman Radio.
Oh, my God.
Maybe 2005 or 2006.
Oh, my goodness. That is a long time ago.
Yeah, that was like one of our first affiliates.
Stickman Radio.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe you can narrow it down further. I used to listen to you guys and to Hairball John. Great shows. Also, that feature on Stickman website where you could find a song in the archive and request it. That was just brilliant, and practically all of my favorite bands were discovered there. I think Corey has like a instant request thing too, doesn't he?
Like I listen uncontrolled. I mean, he does.
I think he does. I think one of our former affiliates, Hard Rock in the 80s, I believe he had some kind of a search feature on there too, or a request feature.
Are they still around?
I don't know. I haven't looked at them in a long time.
I think they're still around.
All right. Anyway, good times. But then when Chris bailed, you turncoat you.
When I fucked the show.
Yeah, when you bailed.
Yep.
My interest tailed off a bit. Well, I can't blame you. Those were not the pride years of the Classic Metal Show. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, you don't think Irish Richard carried the show with his cutting edge emails?
And of course, Mark Nero.
And Mark Nero with his input every single week.
Well, listen, people tried.
I'm not saying.
Wheezy tried to help me every way he could.
Hey, I tried to get you a co-host.
Yeah, it wasn't going to happen.
Remember that guy from San Francisco, yeah. Adnan or whatever his name was?
Yeah.
You know, I tried hard to make that work, but you just didn't want to do it.
Yeah. And of course, when he came back as a free man, the show became even better.
Well, thank you.
Although the time difference is a bitch, I try to catch as many live shows as I can, mainly because of the insanity in chat and kill.
Well, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's the insanity.
Yeah, the craziness.
I don't know why I haven't been more active in the chat room or even call in, but I like to just listen and laugh my ass off over you guys, and especially since you made the switch to cut out most of the music and do most of the storytelling.
All right.
Anyway, I heard the best podcast the other day, and I actually just wanted to mention my favorite segment in 2016, and that, of course, was those fucking Def Leppard guys fucking Wes so hard in the ass. That, of course, was the closer of that best of show.
It was.
God damn it, that was a funny story. As much as I loved Wes in that story, and he was really brilliant in the way he presented that, yeah. The part that made me laugh the hardest was when Norge called in after Wes got off the phone, and he was just laughing his ass off. He couldn't keep it together.
Yep, that was good.
He's like, Def Leppard fucked Wes. God damn it, that was a funny story, and I think it was Norge or someone who called in afterwards. It was the perfect story, so funny. Yep, absolutely. Totally I agree which is why it closed out the show. Oh, well, enough of my ranting. Hail and kill, fuck you, pal, and hang tough. I mean, hand job.
Nice.
Best regards, Magnus.
Thank you, Magnus. I don't know. I still think my favorite segment, listening back, as far as the ones that you picked, I still go with Delusion of Eddie Trunk. And I know why you didn't put it in there.
Well, it was an hour and a half long.
Yeah, it was too long.
Yeah, it was 90 minutes long. That would have been almost a third of the show.
Yeah, it's too long. I get it. But my favorite of the ones that you did was still the interview with Red Dragon Cartel guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
That was Kendall Peters' pick.
I was laughing so fucking hard at our own bullshit. I mean, it's like this came out of my mouth and I'm laughing, like belly laughing.
Right.
You know, when he's yelling and then I was doing the over-the-top yelling and then you were doing the over-the-top yelling. I was fucking cracking up.
I think the part that made me laugh is when you go, did you go, were there ketchup on the fries?
Yeah.
What did you have? Did you have French fries?
Just that whole interview and all his dumb sound effects. Just hysterical, man.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed the best of show. I did listen back to it. Obviously, I put it together, but
Sure.
but more than half of it I put together based on suggestions from the fans.
That's cool. That's the way it should be.
So you guys and girls who did make your suggestion, I hope I got everybody's part in there that they wanted to hear.
Sure. It was a good year. It was definitely a good year.
Yeah. But the second part that's available on Spreaker, I don't know which story I enjoyed the most, was the Paul LePage or the teacher that called her class the Jigaboos.
Yeah, well, you got one vote for Paul LePage from our good friend bartender Holly in Canada. She always hits me up, and I think, I don't know if it's a boyfriend or just a friend or whatever, but it seems like during the week, her and her friend, whatever her friend would be to her, listen to the CMS.
Yeah.
And then I get messages during the week from her. And she just hit me up and goes, Paul LePage, too fucking hysterical. And that's the only text I got. And I was like, all right, good.
That story just was just so far out there. It's just like, I challenge you to a duel, you cocksucker.
So good.
I don't know what it was about that whole cocksucker thing, but I think it was just, and it made me laugh because obviously I was losing my shit. But it was just, I called him the worst thing I could think of.
Yeah, the worst name ever.
The worst word I could think of.
So good.
So for someone to think that cocksucker is the worst thing you could call somebody, you just know where they're where they draw the line.
Right, and it's a lot further up the morality chain than you and I. That's for damn
exactly. Sure. So, yeah, it was good stuff. But yeah, just between those two stories, the Jigaboos and Paul LePage,
right?
I just had me laughing. I listened to those twice.
Yeah,
and it's just like, wow, that was so good.
Right, it was.
So, yeah, the best of show was good. I again, it's the fans who picked probably more than half of the whole show.
Right.
And I had to, again, I agree with you that the Eddie Trunk thing was really funny, but that was a long segment.
And not only that, it was recent too. So.
Yeah, it is true. And if you want that, you can go get it. I mean, it's obviously available. It's only a couple weeks old.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe 30 episodes down.
Yeah.
It's because that was like in December, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was like right before the break.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's a good segment, though.
That is a good segment, though. A lot of people, and that got downloaded a lot, and there's a lot of YouTube comments.
I know, I keep banning people left and right.
Why? Because there's like a lot of hateful stuff on there?
Oh, yeah, every day.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I just get rid of it. I don't care if it's hate. I'm fine with the hate. I'm fine with you guys fucking suck or you guys are fucking jealous or, I'm good with all that stuff. But literally every day there's a, if I ever run into you, I'm going to shoot you in the face.
Really?
Or I'm going to punch you or
over
whatever.
Over Eddie Trunk?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I delete that stuff. I ban that shit immediately or just get, because I don't want them on the page.
Sure, I get you.
Just because I don't know what the law is. I don't know if we fight it back. Yeah, because you know me, I'll argue all day long. But I don't know if this guy ever showed up and I shot him for fucking showing up at my house.
Right.
Am I liable? So I just delete it. I'm not gonna deal with actual threats.
Right. If I ever run into you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah, that's a legitimate one that we've had recently.
Really? Wow.
Well, that was actually directed at you, not me.
Really?
Oh yeah. In one of the I forget what story it was. One of those stories about black chicks with fucking not having clean blood.
Okay.
one of those, and it was definitely I will shoot that white motherfucker in the.
Really nice.
So I killed that one.
All right.
Blocked. Get off my page.
Look at Jackal. If I ever run into Moogle.
Hopefully you'll give him a job application.
Right. Wow. Okay. Good enough.
Yep.
All right.